I'm just a little surprised, that's all.
Well, maybe I should have gotten down on one knee.
No, come on, this is serious, Charlotte. I mean, marriage is a serious step for me.
And I was dead serious when I asked you to marry me just now.
How could you be? We don't even barely know each other. Now, come on, now, don't you think you're jumping the gun here?
The only gun I'm jumping is the one that's being held at your head. Didn't you hear anything? My father has put a contract out on your life.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna have to be a little more careful from now on. Big deal.
You don't get it, do you?
No.
I mean, there's no such thing as being careful once a hit's been ordered. I know Tommy. No matter how careful you are, he'll find you. He'll kill you. But if you marry me, then you can look forward to spending your golden years in very good health.
All right, let's go over what we've got so far, okay? Oh, Viki says that Sarah called her from a phone near the gym manufacturing plant in Middletown, Virginia.
Which is right down the road from the FAB safe house.
Yeah, and Kip is one of the kidnappers, and we know that he works for the government.
But we do not know that he works for the FAB.
Alex, the only way we're going to really make sure that he does is if we break into Porter's office and we go through his files.
Which leads us right back where we started. We have to get into Porter's office. I do have the clearance to get us through most of the checkpoints.
Okay, then. We're in. Now what?
But then we have a problem if we get caught going through Porter's files. We could get into very serious trouble, Bo. This is the government that we're spying on here, not some nickel and dime operation.
Oh, yeah, God, why didn't I think of this?
What?
It's something that Sarah said. Things are not what they seem. And she was going to say something else, and they grabbed her again.
Maybe they screwed up. Maybe they tipped their hand to her.
Maybe she was trying to tell us that the FAB is the enemy. The only way we're going to know the truth is if we get into Porter's office.
Porter, I think it's about time we had a talk, Buchanan.
So anyway, they finally finished painting my office. Now, I get in there to take a look at it, and I can't believe it. I hate the color. I said, this is ridiculous. What are you guys going to do? Is it going to take 2 months to paint my office again? What do you got? Tina. What about her?
Is Tina okay?
Yes. Yeah, she's fine now.
Not sick?
No. No, she had a flu for a little bit, but Larry came by and gave her some medication, and she's doing much better now.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing home?
Well, I just buzzed home to get some lunch and have a nice little chat here with Viki. Listen, why don't we tell Viki our good news?
I don't think we should bother her with that right now, sweetheart.
Bother her? Viki, you're not bothered by good news, are you?
No. Tell. Please.
Cord, don't.
No, Tina, come on. Viki, Tina and I are going to have another baby.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one night to live.
Baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh. When?
Larry says I've been pregnant for about 12 weeks.
Now, the real kicker is that when Larry examined her, Tina didn't even know that she was pregnant. I had figured it out a couple days beforehand because I could tell that we were going to have a little brother or a little sister for old CJ. Isn't that right, Tina?
Yeah, that's right. You knew.
Baby. Did someone forget to invite me to this party?
Oh, how you doing? No, we were just telling Viki some good news. It looks like Tina and I are going to be parents again.
Oh, Congratulations, both of you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
And you too, Viki. Obviously, this has made you very happy. You know what? I think this is just what the doctor ordered. New life, new beginning. Just the thing you need to give you some hope for the future. Well, guys, I hate to be a party pooper, but it's time for Viki's therapy. It won't take long if you want to wait.
Well, that could be okay. In fact, I could call Briggs, and I could tell him to handle things over at the Banner until I get over there, okay?
Right, that's a good idea.
Go.
Listen, I'm sorry about that. I hope I didn't burst your bubble. I think maybe you wanted to tell Viki about pregnancy, right?
Well, no. I mean, it's okay. I was going to tell her, but no, it's fine.
I don't know. I just wanted to know how much we're getting along, how much we love each other, how happy we are to be bringing another life into the world. I don't know, maybe this will make a difference for her recovery. You know, maybe it'll make a difference for our lives. What do you think about that? Listen, I'm going to go call Briggs. I'll be right back. Okay?
Okay.
How you doing, ladies? Can you get in?
I think we have everything under control.
Let it go, Renee. Quit. I'm not about to beg him to come back.
I don't think you're upset with Max because he quit or because he showed up in your library without you knowing, but because very possibly he might be your son.
Damn it, Renee. Don't you think I know he's my own flesh and blood? Don't you think I can look in his eyes and see that certain Buchanan sparkle?
You mean Buchanan fire, what goes on between you and Clint when you're having at it, or Bo?
All right, so he had a little gumption to stand up to me. What does that prove? It's like the letter from his mama, which just happened to be in my old file, which I don't remember getting in the first place.
Well, why don't you maybe show him the letter, talk to him about it?
I'm not doing anything either way until I get it authenticated.
And when does that happen?
Experts say in a day or two.
So until then, you're going to leave Max to hang out and dry?
Max Holden hung himself out to dry, not me.
No, wait a minute. Darling, he has a family to support. You have an entire hotel to run. Why don't you reinstate him, just until the letter's verified?
You are not going to give me any peace until I say yes.
No, I'm just bucking for you to reconsider the situation.
Fine, I'll think it over. I'm not promising anything.
I would never ask you to do a thing like that. And now, I gotta be on my way.
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going on this fabulous sale, and I don't want to miss it. And I'll be back in a few hours.
You think you can just barge into my house?
Spare me the indignant act. I want to know why you've been out playing hero when I specifically gave you orders to back off.
Why don't you just tell me what the hell this is all about?
Don't play innocent with me, Buchanan. I know all about your little trip to New York.
Oh, is it a crime to visit some old war buddies now?
No, but when those old war buddies just happen to be involved in the investigation business...
Well, what's it to you?
Did you really think that I wouldn't find out that you went to them for help? That you were conducting your own little private investigation?
May I say something?
No, you may not. Now, I want to know, why haven't you kept me informed about your activities?
Because I didn't feel like it.
You didn't feel like it. Well, mister, you have jeopardized this entire operation. Or don't you want us to find your wife?
What kind of a stupid question is that?
It's about as stupid as you bungling into territory that's best left to professionals.
Hey, you're a professional, aren't you? Where's Sarah? Huh? How come you haven't found her by now?
Paul, you can calm down.
No, don't tell me to calm down, Alex. This whole operation has been run by nothing but incompetence from the very first day. And the biggest incompetent of them all is heading the whole thing up. Who the hell do you think you are, barging in my house and giving me a lot of heat about doing a job you should have been doing from the first place?
Jake, I know what I'm talking about. The same thing happened with my mother and my father. Before they were married, the Dees and the Hessers were at war with each other. There was a contract out on my father. He was scared for his life.
Don't tell me. And he had to have somebody start his car every morning, right? Because he was worried about it.
No, this isn't a joke. This is the kind of thing that happens all the time in my father's business. And when it does, the only solution, have a wedding. Marry the two families together. Once they were married, the conflict was over. My father was safe.
As safe as he could be in his line of business. Is that it?
Look, the point is...
What's the point?
Once you're a member of the family, no one else in the family can hurt you. I know what my father said. But I know that my father loves me. And once he sees that you love me enough to marry me, he won't hurt you. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand, Charlotte. It's just this...
What? What is the problem?
It's this part loving you enough to marry you. I'm sorry, Charlotte, but that's where I'm having the real big problem. Charlotte,
Jake, don't.
No, I want to finish. I really do care about you, Charlotte. I care about you a lot. I appreciate everything you've done for me. I realize that turning against your father must have hurt you a great deal.
You don't know. The word is betrayal. I betrayed my father. I hurt him. For you, Jake. I did it for you.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. It's not your fault. I've known all along that you didn't love me, and I guess I've just been fooling myself into thinking otherwise.
I didn't mean to mislead you.
You didn't. No, you didn't mislead me. I misled myself. I saw that you cared for me in a way that no man has ever cared for me before.
Why don't you stop doing this to yourself? You're a good woman. You're a good person. You deserve better. You deserve the best.
I thought I had the best.
I'm sorry. I hate having to hurt you like this, believe me.
Well, we're just setting the record straight so that we can go into this marriage with our eyes wide open.
You still want to marry me?
Yes. It's the only way I can think of to protect you.
Damn, Charlotte. I have never hid behind a woman before, and I'm not going to start now.
And where's all this pride gonna get you when you're up to your nose in cement? What is it with you, Jake? Is the thought of marrying me so awful that you'd rather die? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Wait a minute, Bo. I don't know about him, but I resent being called incompetent.
Look, Buchanan, I know that you're feeling a little exasperated.
No. Hey, I went way past exasperated when you assigned only one agent to this case.
Olenoff was the only operative I could spare at the time.
Olenoff is a greenhorn. The only action that she has ever seen is pushing a pencil around a desk.
You know, if you're going to start that again...
No, 3 times Sarah slipped through your fingers. We finally found her at that root cellar, and then you wouldn't even send us the backups we asked
You
for.
weren't even supposed to be there. You had orders to evacuate Lancaster County and leave that operation to the FAB.
Can't you talk any different than that? Can't you talk like a human being? You gave us orders to evacuate. Don't you realize that my wife was kidnapped? She's not one of your professional spies that you're trying to bring in from the cold. She's scared. She's being held against her will. So when you realize exactly what that all means, then maybe I'll back off. And until then, I'm going to do everything I can to find my wife.
Buchanan, I understand how you feel, but I can't allow you to go off half-cocked, embroiled in some private investigations that I know nothing about. And as for you, Agent Olenoff, I'm surprised at you. And disappointed. You know the procedures. You should have kept me informed about his activities.
Yes, I know, but I knew his activities wouldn't be successful.
You're saying that this little investigation didn't lead to anything?
Yeah, that's right. It was a total dead end. Does that make you happy?
Of course it doesn't make me happy. We're both after the same goal, remember, to bring back your wife safely?
You could have fooled me.
Nevertheless, Alex, it is your job to keep me informed of everything, regardless of whether you feel it will be successful or not.
Oh, absolutely. I'll debrief Bo, and then I'll give you a report tonight.
Fine. There's no hurry. I'm heading back to Washington at the beginning of next week. I'll expect your report before then. In the meantime, Mr. Buchanan, if you plan any more trips to New York, will you please keep me informed?
Do I have to raise my hand before I go to the bathroom?
You really shouldn't bait him like that.
Oh, really?
No. I loved it.
Tina.
Hi, Renee.
Hi, darling. Everything's all set. I told Asa that I was going shopping, so I'll be able to stay with you at the clinic for as long as you need. And, well, we can leave any time you're ready. Are you all right?
Renee, you know, I really thank you for how you just stood by me through all this.
Honey, I told you a few days ago we women have to stick together. So, let's be on our way.
Wait a sec.
What?
I'm not going through with the procedure. I'm gonna keep the baby. I should have just refused to see Larry. I mean,
Darling, Cord insisted, and who knew that Larry was going to take all those tests? It's done.
I know. I was awake all last night. I kept trying to figure out a way to get out of this mess. And then I had a really good idea. I thought that I would just keep my appointment at the clinic and then tell Cord I had a miscarriage.
Tina.
I know. Then Cord told Viki that I was pregnant, and I couldn't do that. I saw the look on her face, and she was so happy. She was more excited than Cord was, and I realized that if I was doing that, I'd be hurting Viki, and I just couldn't.
And under these circumstances, darling, you can't tell her what happened to you.
I know, because Larry and Sheila both said that Viki's recovery is dependent on her emotional stability. If I was the one who was responsible for slowing down her progress, I'd just never forgive myself.
That is so loving, Tina, and it's also very noble.
I'm not being noble, Renee. She's always been there for me. She's always been there every single time I needed her. And I mean, the least I can do is just give her this little glimpse of life, you know, this little hope for the future. Besides, if I was to tell Viki, then she'd want me to tell Cord. I can't.
And of course, I still think that telling Cord would be the solution to all your problems.
Renee, God, how many times do you have to say that? I can't tell him. You should have seen the look on his face. He was so excited when he was telling Viki he was going to be a father again. If I took that away from him, he'd hate me for the rest of his life.
But Tina, he's not the father of this child.
Well, he doesn't have to know that.
Tina, you're not going to...
I don't have any other choice, Renee.
Darling, haven't you learned that lesson already? When you brought Gabrielle's son back from Argentina, and you told Cord that it was his child, and he found out the truth, he was so angry at you, it destroyed the relationship.
But this is different. I mean, it's different this time. I mean, this baby could very well have been Cord, so I just have to keep letting him believe that it's his and not Johnny.
Did I hear the name Johnny?
Mr. Buchanan. What now? I hate to bother you with this, but I still can't locate the clothing retailer's booking.
If the convention was booked before Mr. Buchanan bought the hotel, it's in a file marked Grand Bookings, and you'll find that particular file in the right-hand filing cabinet, bottom drawer in my office. My old office, that is.
Thanks, Max.
Got it.
Max!
Don't worry, I didn't come back here to ask you for my old job back. I'm just here to pick up some of my personal items, and I'm out of here, right? See ya.
Max, sometimes that pig-headed pride of yours is your own worst enemy.
Did you call me pig-headed and stubborn? You mean the student has outdone the master?
Please, let's not trade insults again, all right?
Hey, fine by me. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Now, hold on, boy. Answer this. Is this hot-headedness from your own doing, or does it happen to run in your family?
What kind of question is that, Charlotte? Of course I want to live. I want Sarah to live. I want to find her, bring her back home where she belongs.
Then, well, how are you going to help Sarah if you're dead? So, the only way to keep you alive is to...
No, forget about it. I don't want you doing that. I don't want you messing up your life just to save mine. It's not right.
Jake, why don't you let me decide what's right for me?
Because you're not looking at this thing objectively. If you were, you would realize that this marriage out of convenience just won't work.
Okay. I'll admit it's a little strange. But who knows? We may get along very well as a husband and wife. I mean, we might even get to like it.
Charlotte, a marriage has to be built on love, right? It has to be a mutual love. The feelings that you and I have for each other, they're not like that.
Yeah, they're not like the ones that you and Megan have.
No. Megan is out of my life completely. I told you that.
Oh, come on, Jake. Don't you know how much she loves you?
Loved. She loved me.
No, she still loves you. Why else would she have come running to me, begging me to help you last night? I mean, after the way you've been treating her, why not just let my father pull the trigger on you?
I treated you rotten unbatterly, but you didn't want to see me killed, did you?
Well, that's why I know exactly how she felt. And I know how hard it's going to be for her to live up to her end of the bargain.
What bargain?
Your life in exchange for her love.
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
She loves you. And yet, she agreed to stay away from you if I would help save you.
Well, why didn't you say something about this last night?
I don't know. I guess I just wanted to prove to you that I loved you as much as Megan does by defying my father. I hoped that you'd return my love, but I can see you don't want my love, and I realize that now.
Charlotte, look at...
No, Jake, please. It's all right. I mean, I don't have anything else to lose. And my brother, Johnny, certainly not his favorite sister. My father feels that I've betrayed him. And you're still in love with Megan.
I'm not. I swear.
No. If you weren't, then you'd take me up on my offer.
I can't use you like that, Charlotte.
Jake, why don't you go for a walk? Think about it. Think what's at stake here. When you have an answer, come back. I'll be waiting.
First of all, I'm not your boy. My father was Wingate Holden from Sweetwater, Texas. And for your information, he was a nice, decent man. The kind of honest soul that people enjoy taking advantage of. And if he had one fault, he was too damn nice and honest. He never knew when or how to stand up for himself.
I didn't ask you to write a book, Max. I just want to know
how I ended up the way I am today. It's real simple, Asa. I saw what people did to my father when I was real young, and I promised myself I would never follow in my father's footsteps. I would never allow anyone to walk all over me, no matter how wealthy, no matter how powerful they were.
I get your message, Max. Come back to work for me, and I promise I won't put footprints all over your back.
Did I say anything about coming back to work? I quit, remember?
I pushed you against the wall. I realize that.
And you also realize how much you need me here. And what, you think an apology is just gonna...
Oh, I'm not apologizing. We both flew off the handle. I am willing to bury the hatchet if you are.
Okay. Fine by me, on one condition.
Shoot.
That I'll get hassled every time I walk into your study when you're not there. You gotta trust me. I don't want to have another scene like we did yesterday. If I'm in your study, I'm there on business, your business. And you gotta accept that unconditionally.
All right, you can go in my study whenever you have to.
Even at midnight? You gotta give me room to operate, Asa, or it's no deal.
Fine, whatever you say.
Well, let me be the first to tell you it's gonna be a pleasure to be working for you again.
Yeah, right.
Court, I was just...
Hey, Renee, how you doing? Listen, the last thing I want to do is name any child of mine Johnny. That is, if we're going to have a little boy. In fact, I got this great book with all sorts of names. Found it in the study when I was making a call to breaks.
Terrific, darling.
Yeah. I assume Tina was giving you the news.
Yes.
I mean, the good news,
Yeah,
right?
she did, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Oh, do me a favor, though. Don't say anything to Asa, because I want to see the look on his face when I tell him he's going to have a new great-grandson, or great-granddaughter, I guess.
Cord, he's going to be very thrilled. And I realize that the whole family is going to welcome this child. And don't you forget that, darling.
I won't. Thanks, Renee.
I'm going to run up and see Viki before I leave, so I'll see you guys later, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What does she mean by that?
By what?
What about the whole family welcoming this baby? Why would they do anything else?
She just probably meant that it was like a welcome ray of sunshine in this... You know, I mean, how many things that have gone wrong here. It's Sarah and Viki and everything, you know.
Well, that's true. There have been a lot of gloomy times around here lately, haven't there?
Yeah.
Listen, maybe... Come here, have a seat. Maybe this baby is just what Bo and Megan need to lift their spirits, you know?
God, that'd be nice. Sweetheart, though, I would like it if you didn't make, any public announcements about this. I mean, till after we're married, you know, about me being pregnant.
Why, Tina? Oh, please, you're not worried about what people are going to think, are you?
Yeah, I am, Cord. I'm going to be walking
Tina...
down the aisle. I'm going to be walking down the aisle, and people are going to be looking at my stomach, wondering how far along I am. I don't want them to do that.
I really don't think you're going to have anything to worry about, Tina. People know how much we care about each other, and they also know the history of our relationship. But if it's that important to you...
It really is that important to me.
All right, fine. Then we won't tell anybody but the immediate family about it,
Thank
okay?
you.
Besides, they're the only ones who matter to me. Anyway, this is great, Tina. We've got a new little life coming into the world. Just what this family needs to pull it all together.
Yeah.
What more could anybody ask for?
My compliments. That temper tantrum you threw was just the diversion tactic we needed. I hope you didn't mind my getting involved in the act at all.
No, it was no problem. It wasn't really an act, though. I'm even more frustrated than ever knowing that the Bureau was working against us and not with us.
We don't know that.
No, okay. So we suspect that they're working against us. The one thing we do know is Porter's having me followed.
Well, I have no argument with that. He knows your every move, our every move.
Yeah, which means this trip we have to make to Washington, we're gonna have to be trickier than ever.
True, but once we get there, you see, the good news is that he's going to be out of town for a day or two, so we won't have to worry about him, and getting into his office will be a little bit easier.
We gotta figure a way to make this trip, though, without having some of his little spies breathing down our necks.
You think he came back to see if he could get in the last word?
Well, I mean, dead he won't.
Hey, Jake, come on in.
Thanks.
Good.
Alex?
Jake, hi.
You look like you lost your best friend.
Well, I just got hit with something that's kind of got me going in circles here.
Well, we know just how you feel. Porter just paid us a surprise visit. He knows about my trip to New York.
What was he doing, spying on you?
It certainly looks that way.
That's okay, though. Alex and I are going to return the favor.
How so?
We've got our own little trip planned to Washington, and we're going to go through his office, see if we can find any proof that link Kip with the government.
And the government with Sarah's kidnapping, huh?
It's a risk, but we think it's one worth taking.
I agree.
That doesn't mean we don't want you to, back off of whatever you're doing here, because if we find out that the government is not involved, then we're going to really rely heavily on the information you're getting from Charlotte. What, something go wrong, Jake? Did she tell you to take a hike?
No, actually quite the opposite. Charlotte asked me to marry her.
Well, that was a short shopping spree. What happened? Your cars disintegrate from overuse?
Ha ha, very funny. No, the store was overcrowded.
Lord, I owe you one.
Oh, come on. I'm not that bad. Well, unless I want to be. So, shall we go home? Oh, did you call Max?
I was wondering when you were going to work that into the conversation.
Well, did you?
I didn't have to. He came by to pick up some things.
And?
I offered him his job back, but not because I needed him. Because this way I can keep my eye on him, see what he's up to.
Oh, Asa.
Oh, please, don't owe Asa me. Max Holden is dealing from the bottom of the deck.
Darling, why are you so suspicious of him?
Well, for starters, you said something today that kept me wondering whether he knows how I got the mineral rights from his father.
If indeed Wingate Holden is his father.
I am not buying in or out of that until I get a report from the experts.
Why don't you just save yourself a whole lot of time and go and ask him about it?
Oh, Renee, wouldn't that be a hoot? Hey, Max, I'm wondering, am I your papa?
Darling, it would at least be more interesting than this game you're playing.
Renee, I don't play games. I get the facts straight before I act. And I don't like Max Holden suing me over the mineral rights of the Double Bar Ranch, which I got fair and square. And of course, he is going to lose.
But if indeed he is your son, why on earth would he want to sue you?
Because Max isn't playing that kind of a game. He's trying to con me into believing that he is my son.
Well, then maybe he doesn't know.
Or maybe, honey, it is a hoax. And if it is, Max Holden is one of the smoothest operators I have ever known.
And if it isn't a hoax, and he did inherit his father's genes, then he would be a very smart operator, just like someone I know.
Charlotte asked you to marry her.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jake.
You get out of here. This is serious, Bo. I mean, come on. She said this is the only way that she can protect me.
Protect you from what?
From her old man. She heard he put a hit out on me.
You know, I thought that might happen.
He wants to get rid of me because he doesn't like me. He doesn't trust me anymore. So she insists if I marry her, that way he won't bump off a member of his family.
Better wed than dead.
Yeah. So I'm not so worried about me. It's just how is this whole thing going to affect our search for Sarah? I mean, if I marry Charlotte, then I'll be Carlo's son-in-law. And I'll be closer to our source of information. Maybe I'll be able to pick up something. But then again, I don't really want to do this, Bo. And if I turn her down, then, you know, she might walk out of my life and there will go our whole connection.
You may not have a life. You may not have another day to fight.
I'm just only concerned with winning this battle, Alex. Now, I don't want to let you down, Bo. So you tell me, what do you think I should do?
Jake, I don't know. You're going to have to make up your mind on this one all by yourself. Whatever you choose to do, don't worry. I'm going to understand, okay?
All right.
Because you're a great friend.
Okay. Thanks. I need to hear that, actually.
When do you have to give Charlotte an answer?
I'm supposed to be out walking around right now trying to gather my thoughts. So I'm going to go back to the hotel and tell her one way or the other. I don't know. Thanks for having me by. Thanks, I appreciate it. This kind of cleared up a few cobwebs.
Good luck, Jake.
All right, thanks, Alex.
Jake, whatever you do it for yourself, okay?
Hello. Take care.
All right.
Can you imagine having to marry someone because their father has a hit out on you? Kind of gives new meaning to the term shotgun wedding, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It kind of gives new meaning to what we have to do, too. We've got to prove that Porter is involved with this kidnapping. That's going to get everybody off the hook. Jake can get on with his life with Megan.
Well, we're going to have to settle in here and figure out how we're going to get to Washington without being detected, because no matter how you slice it, that's our absolute
That's it.
What's it?
Alex, you're a genius.
What? What did I say? I know I'm a genius. What did I say? Who are you calling?
Hi, Pie on the Fly Pizza. This is Bo Buchanan. I'd like pizza delivered, please.
Pizza?
Everything, please. The works. Just put it. Do you like anchovies?
No.
Only anchovies. All right? Make it as fast as you can and make sure that Ralph delivers it. Ralph, okay?
Ralph?
Thank you. Alex, we're about to make a trip to Washington, D.C.
Well, how was your walk?
Good.
Did you come to a decision?
Yeah.
Well, you can tell me what it is.
There's something you ought to know first, Charlotte.
Doesn't sound good.
It's good. It's good. You're too good a person to throw away your life on somebody like me.
Jake.
No, listen, if I live to be 100, despite what your father's trying to do to me, I will never forget you. I will never forget your bravery, your generosity, your willingness to sacrifice yourself for me. I won't forget that.
Yeah. You're turning down my offer, aren't you?
I have to, Charlotte. I have to.
Even if it means saving your life.
The answer is still no, Charlotte. I can't marry you under these conditions.
Okay. What if the conditions were different? I thought so.
Charlotte.
No, Jake, stop, okay? I guess I've just been living in this little fantasy world of my own. I thought things would be different. But nothing changes I'm the woman men want to take to bed, but they don't want to take seriously.
Why don't you stop doing this to yourself, please?
I must be crazy. I must be crazy. I mean, I know that you don't love me. I am trying to face reality, but I can't help it. It hurts.
I'm not rejecting you, Charlotte.
No, I know. I know. It's the situation.
That's right.
But you still haven't answered my question from before. Am I so awful that you don't want to marry me, even if it means saving your own life?
Even if it means saving my neck, I can't use you, Charlotte. I care about you. I don't want to take advantage of that.
It's kind of funny. My whole life, men have taken advantage of me, and now, finally, when I want one to, I guess, oh boy, I guess this is just one of those things that you have to chalk up to life's experiences, huh? Bye, Jake.
Okay, pal, I want you to come clean right now and tell me, would you stop walking around with that self-satisfied smile on your face and tell me why you ordered the pizza? I want to know now, right now.
I'll bet you're one of those that likes to just shake Christmas presents, too. Is that right?
Well, I don't like surprises, if that's what you're trying to insinuate, and I don't like to be kept waiting.
You won't be kept waiting. I've dealt with this pizza joint for years now. They're really fast, especially Ralph. And besides that, if they don't get here in 30 minutes, this pizza's for free.
That is not what I'm talking about. Now, I want you to tell me right now, how come you ordered a pizza and how that pizza is going to help us get to Washington?
Well, you're about to find out right now. Hey, Ralph, how's it going?
Mezza mez. My boss taught me that. It means so-so.
Yeah, I know. Come on, just put the pizza on a coffee table.
Hi.
Hi.
So, what do I owe you?
$10.
$10, okay. Here's 100.
100?
Mm-hmm.
What for?
It's for a little favor that I'm about to ask you to do.
What type of favor?
Well, don't be nervous. No, it's no big deal. I just want to swap clothes with you, and then the keys to your car. And I want you to stick around here. Don't leave until it's dark, okay?
What is this, like some sort of gag or something?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. This is a practical joke that I want to play on a buddy of mine. You don't have to worry, because I'll have your car back to the pizza parlor a couple of days.
A couple of days? No, wait, Mr. Buchanan, no, I don't think I can do this for you.
Hey, Ralph, we've known each other a long time, a lot of years. You've been delivering pizza here. Every time that you bring it past the 30-minute mark, I always take care of you, don't I? So that your boss won't come down on you?
Yeah, that's really nice of you, but this is...
But what? But what? Plus, you're going to have my clothes and the keys to my car as collateral.
Nice car.
I guess... No, if my boss ever found out about this...
He's not going to find out. He's not. I promise. Here. It's another $100. Let's just sweeten the pot.
It's $200.
It's $200. So what do you say, buddy? We got a deal?
You bet.
Great. Alex, go around the back, wait in the alley for me to come around. I'm just going to swap shirts here with Ralph. I'll be right with you.
Great.
Okay, here we go. Robbie Roberts.
No,
how's that?
Cord.
Roderick Roberts.
No.
Rolf Roberts. I like that one. That's
Sweetheart, get out of the R's.
No, this is good. Oh, here we go. Rasputin Roberts.
Look,
I like that. That's
Cord,
good.
you don't even know if this is a boy or a girl, so come on, just...
Well, wait a minute. Wait. They got girls' names in here. Rona Roberts.
Oh, come on.
Rhodey Roberts.
Rhodey.
How about Julia Roberts?
Another party I wasn't invited to?
Oh, Cord was just going over some baby names. He's being really goofy about it, too.
No, I think this is okay. I like this Rasputin Roberts the best. That's high on my list.
How'd Vicky's therapy session go?
You know, I think this is the best session we had, and I have a feeling it's because of your good news. Isn't that right, Vicky?
Hey, Tina.
You know what? I think she wants to show both of you what she learned in therapy today.
Oh.
What'd you learn, Vicky?
Oh, Vicky, that's great. You're using the right arm.
It's the first time she's been able to control it since the stroke. Babe. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is wonderful. Listen, I think this is a sign. I think that this means that this little baby we've got coming is blessed.
This is Charles Gibson.
And Joan London.
Trucks, trains, boats, and planes. Tomorrow, what are the worst safety hazards in travel?
Also Carly Simon. And later in the week, have a laugh with Jay Leno on Good Morning America.
Coming up, an act of heroism puts Colton face-to-face with his deadliest enemy. Stay tuned for General Hospital following an ABC News brief next.